Hey guys, Bizaah here. Jujutsu Shenanigans just updated, and they added a few new pretty interesting things. But before we go over that, subscribe to the channel, or else MAHORAGA is going to touch you. Anyway, speaking of MAHORAGA, we're going to go over his changes first because they're pretty interesting. So first off, MAHORAGA has a new move, called Earthquake. This is an AoE ground slam move, and if you hold down the key and let go at the correct time, it increases the size of the earthquake. But my friend has told me if you delay it a little bit, it's a bit easier to hit, so the timing probably isn't that tight. All I gotta say is this move is really, okay, I guess. There were also some changes to MAHORAGA's ground pitch, as he can now move around after picking it up. Previously, this was quite a bad move, and now I can see it genuinely having a use. So great changes to MAHORAGA TZE, I cannot wait for the fourth move. Next, we'll talk about HIKARI. He has a new variant to his reserve balls, which allow him to press shutter doors during the startup, to have the doors close on them after hitting the ball. I was really confused as to why this wasn't in the game just to begin with, but I'm very glad it's here now because it is very interesting. If you hit this move on an enemy on the ground, it does actually combo extend from them, so HIKARI has got a lot more options. I can see him going from like a low B tier character to maybe like mid A tier. And the reason I say he's gotten better is not just because of this new move, he does have a few new changes too that make his ult even better. So HIKARI's ultimate special now has a lower cooldown of 8 seconds from the previous 10. This means you can increase the speed of your moves more often. HIKARI's Awakening Special now reduces the cooldown for all moves by 0.35 seconds as well. The only suggestion I would like to give is that HIKARI gets 20% more ult game while he's inside his domain. I feel like it'd be a pretty good change, which would make it so if you break HIKARI's domain, which happens quite often, the HIKARI has a chance to just do another one. Because that's kind of what HIKARI does. He kind of does that, you know? He kind of spams domains. So it'd be nice if TZE gave him that option where if he fails his domain, he's got pretty much all of the charge back for another one, or at least a good amount. Right, so I'd like to talk about Itadori, Gojo, and Megumi real quick, just because they have some minor changes, and I feel like they're kind of important. Curse Strikes now has new VFX. You can tell that it's a little easier to see what you're doing, but I can't really tell the difference, which is probably a good thing. Sukuna's M1s now break stuff on every single hit. Hollow Nuke can now be activated with the red variant. And TZE fixed a bug where if you explode enemies, then blood gets scattered everywhere. Because before apparently it wasn't working very correctly. Not entirely that important. And now for Megumi. Only the first rabbit in Rabbit Escape can cancel moves. The rest of them do not cancel moves at all. This is probably going to make it significantly easier for Itadori to fight Megumi again, which is not the greatest. Megumi got some new sound effects, but that's not really that cool. So we're going to talk about the changes to Divine Dogs. So now they only go on cooldown after using them fully, which means you can't do a Divine Dog and then another Divine Dog, because that was really stupid. So the dog spam is gone. And now onto the character that everybody actually cares about. Left it to the end so you'll watch a bit longer. MAHITO. So you got a bunch of changes to his special and you got a brand new move. Body Repel. This move creates a worm train thing that eats you. It's kind of cool. And it's controllable by the direction of your camera. This is a really good move to throw people off the map, and I can see it being a really fun addition to the game. I don't think it's the greatest move ever created, but it doesn't need to be. It's really funny, it's fun to use. I believe TZE genuinely cooked this move really well. And it makes Mahito a little more comedic, which sort of fits his character. The lunge for Blade Arms got a brand new VFX, no longer goes as far, and cannot enter domains. So overall big nerf. I'm glad this move was annoying. It wasn't necessarily good, it just pissed me off a little bit. And the giant clobbering clubs got some buffs as well, where I believe they do more damage. And the third and fourth hit of them goes through block. Great changes to Mahito, I can't wait to see a few moves in his ultimate to cover. Also, quick suggestion I'd like to see, when you spin around the clobbering clubs, please let us fly upwards. It doesn't make any sense, but it sounds stupid as fuck, please add it. Here's a picture of all the update logs, because there's a bunch of fixes you might want to read over, and probably something that I've missed out on. And I'm actually unaware of what the 2 new emotes are, so if anybody knows that, could you please put it down in the comments, because I'm just interested in knowing. Anyways, that's all I've got for version 1.27. I'll see you all next week.